Hello. Come on in to the William Street Swap Shop. It's great to have you here. It's a special day today, halfway through the week. Some people call it Hump Day. We call it Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesdays in the William Street Swap Shop. On Wednesdays, I'm now no longer joined by my co-host Matt. If you ever see Matt in here on a Wednesday, he's a robot. Because he's not real. Matt does not come in on Wednesdays. It's just me. I man the ship, as they say. I'm the captain. Matt has to work on other prior obligations, so we will not be swapping on Wednesdays. And that's a fact, Jack. So that's a fact, Zach. So on Wednesdays, Matt's out. I'm in. I'm the MVP. And we will not swap items. So if you'd like to talk about your items, please save that. Call or email us tomorrow at williams.swap@gmail.com. In the meantime, you can still check out your list of items that are available for swap at williamstreetswapshop.biz. We pay about $2.99 a month for that website domain, I believe. We have that website. It's linked to a Tumblr. It shows it's updated every day with all new items that we feature in the swap shop. They're all available for swap, so check that site out. Email us any items you'd like to swap. And today, we're swapping stories, swapping ideas, swapping art. And it's a wonderful Wednesday. I'm joined by a very special guest. As always, I try to bring on a guest. Sometimes people don't want to come and chat with me. They want to be in their own office. But today I'm joined by someone who said, yep, they were eager to jump in and be on the show. And I'm introducing Vaughn Elcory. Vaughn, is that how you say your last name?
Yes, Elcory.
Okay, Elcory. What kind of last name is that?
It's Lebanese.
Lebanese. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about Lebanon. I don't.
Right.
But I know that my name is Lebanese.
Okay, well, welcome to the William Street Swap Shop. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So we're going to jump right into it. You are an intern at Adult Swim.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody's asking me, how do I get an internship there? What do you do to get an internship? Do you mind kind of just laying out the law of the land and how you got your internship?
Well, I'd like to think I got my internship through a lot of hard work. Put a lot of time into doing my own side stuff for a few years, and good old job board, applied.
Okay. On Turner Jobs.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anything for a while. I was getting a little down on myself, but last minute, got a slew of emails, and here I am.
Okay. We had an interview with you. I was part of the interview.
Yeah.
I remember.
It was an interesting interview. We were in this room, actually.
Right, we're in the room. This was before this was a studio. We're in the process of renovating and making a new studio. We're in this room. Did I do a good job at interviewing you?
Yeah, you did a great job. I think you were really the only person who interviewed me.
Oh, wow.
Eddie asked me, I think, 3 questions that were
Eddie was a part of that interview as well.
entertaining,
yes.
yeah.
Well, it's important to have that interview separate from this one because today you're already an employee. We already know. But one interview question I gotta ask, and I just found out I share an office right next to Jim Babcock, who's Senior VP of Marketing at Adult Swim. One of his questions is, what did you have for breakfast to enter to T3 and other position? So if you're watching this in chat, what have you had for breakfast? You tell me in chat, and Vaughn, what did you have for breakfast?
I had coffee and some candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of candy? From William Street or your candy at home?
From William Street. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's the little sugar. It's like
Okay.
the packet's like this big.
Sour Patch Kids?
No.
Bottle caps?
No. They're like
Laffy Taffy? I'm thinking of all the ones we
yeah,
have.
I know. I don't know why I can't think of what it's called.
Well, computer, what kind of candy do we have on file? I'm not expecting an answer from the computer. I'm just thinking. That's the thing I say to give myself. There it is. Well, Pixie Sticks?
It was close.
It was close,
to
okay.
that. I'll say that it was close.
So what do you think that question has to say about you or what Jim thinks when he asks that question? To me, my understanding, well, I'll let you go and then I'll answer.
I think that's a matter of how maybe well put you are in the morning. I wake up last minute, and then I get here as soon as I can, and I don't really have time for breakfast.
That's a great.
I should though.
That's a great answer. So it's a last minute. You made coffee. You got to work.
Yeah.
But then other people might say, hey, I made eggs. I got an oatmeal out. I put some toast in, and I guess that says they're more of a morning person. Doesn't necessarily mean they're better for a job or not. It's just I always wonder. But that's a marketing gig, and we're going to get into something that you do which is video art and just graphic design, art of all kinds.
Art of all kinds, really.
You're an a Vaughn of all trades.
This is Vaughn of all trades.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. I was thinking you sent me some links, and we'll get to them shortly. But you sent me a link, and I was thinking we could, if we decided to call your website "Video Art by Vaughn," like at the Video Barn or something, like Vaughn's Video Barn. Or,
Vaughn's Barn.
Yeah.
The Varn.
The Varn. Yeah.
The Varn.
And
Welcome
you come
to the
in,
Varn.
and it's just tapes everywhere. I'll make any tape for you. We could even make an intro. Like we'll do it on the show today. Maybe like a little. We'll think about it, but
We'll
we
think
can.
about
Towards the end of the show, we can do a commercial for like "Welcome to the Varn," and it's your video art in a barn.
That's all I've ever wanted, really.
Very, well, hopefully that inspires you for your next piece. Real quick, I just wanted to introduce you. Vaughn grabbed this picture we have. Jay, if you don't mind pulling it up, it's when he was his first appearance on the Swap Shop. This isn't the first time he's been on the Swap Shop. He's actually been on as a surprise guest as Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was more of an Easter egg. I don't know if people really saw it, but there I am.
Right.
I believe there was a transition of you were playing something for the record.
Right.
And I guess I had thought I had a few extra seconds to dart across, and clearly didn't. But
well, that was an interesting day. That was when we were hosting the Off the Air New Now special, selling the Off the Air record on As Seen on AdultSwim.com.
Great record.
Yeah, it was great, and we were dressed up in the ghillie suits. A lot of people asked what those were for. Those are traditional Off the Air outfits that they wear when they're making Off the Air. That's what Dave Hughes edits in, and that's his outfit he wears to work. So we wore that to.
I was wondering. I see this weird thing moving around. I can't really tell what it was, but I guess it makes sense.
Right.
That it's just a man in a
He
ghillie
wants to
suit.
blend in. He's like, leave me alone. I'm editing. I want to make it look like I'm just. No one. You come in the room and you can't even find me.
I've been startled a few times, but he's doing a good job because I'm not startled enough.
Find me.
There it is. I was waiting for that. So yeah, that was your first time. You were plugging in, I think, a cord. You jumped across the screen, and they took us live, and that's how it happens. We're on live television. We're live right now.
We're live right now. You just don't know what's going to happen.
And you're wearing the same shirt?
Yeah, I'm actually wearing literally the same outfit minus the shoes. I'm wearing different shoes.
Okay. They said they can almost smell the shirt from the stream, the flowers. It's a beautiful shirt.
Thank you. I hope that's a good smell. I hope
think
it's
so.
a great smell.
Tell me about that shirt. Where did you find
This
it?
is actually
Where'd you acquire
I acquired this from a friend of mine, Ryan Miller, who works at Turner as a freelance guy over there.
Okay.
Jim Babcock knows him.
it? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he was moving out of his place over in Milledgeville when we went to school there, and snagged this dope shirt.
It looks like a nice shirt. Can I feel the fabric?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. It's got a nice feel. I have a shirt similar to that.
Yeah, it's actually massive on me, but I tuck it in. You can't tell, but I tuck it in, and that's the way I wear it.
You already have a nickname, the Flash, because you're just moving as a blur across the screen.
Well, I'm stationary now. I'm actually moving up and getting down, up and down a lot, but
Right. Legs exercise, keeping your legs strong.
Yeah.
Keeping one big thing I love about my legs is I move them a lot, so I get strong muscles from them.
I used to run track in high school.
Really?
Yeah, and
Were you a great track runner, or?
I was subpar.
Okay.
But I would like to tell myself I was good because I went to a small school and we ran against other small schools and I did well against them. And then I went to a big meet, didn't do so well.
Did you go to school in the Atlanta area?
Over in the good old suburbs of Milton, Alpharetta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was asked when I was in high school to run cross country by my coach, Mr. Wacker. That was his name.
A great name.
It was a great coach. He said, Zach, why don't you go out? You got long legs. He always was looking at my legs, Mr. Wacker. Why don't you go out and run cross country? And I said, well, I'd love to. And I went home and told my parents I used to play soccer and hockey, and they said you should do cross country. Keep yourself just running. You always got a lot of energy. So I said, okay, I'll consider that. But then I saw how much they had to run. I said, I'm more of a track guy, not a cross country guy. Cross country, they ran. I would watch them sometimes. I'd get home from school and they'd be running, and then I would eat dinner and I would see them coming home from running in the park I lived by, and I said, that's not for me.
Definitely had the same thing. You do track. I actually did soccer as well, and they tell you the same thing. Run cross country really brings your stamina up. But then, but I'm more of a sprinter.
Right.
So
run quick.
I said no.
Stop.
And I didn't do it.
Right. Rest. That's it. If I have to run for 15 miles, well, I'll do it. But only if they say you can put headphones in and play games like you're running from zombies or something. And maybe I would consider that. But trying to run for 15 miles, it's just something that I'd rather sit down and host the Swap Shop on a show like today.
This is a good exercise, honestly.
Right.
Really brings my brain some
Right.
brain exercise.
If you need
It's-
to rest your brain at all, Vaughn, we can kind of
Just-
pause and reflect, meditate.
I may have to do that a few times. I got new contacts and it's blowing my brains out right now.
Okay.
My
If we close
prescription's
our
been
eyes
up.
and just meditate for a minute and just relax and just listen to the music. I
This is
invite
really
you watching this
relaxing
at
music.
home. If you're tuning in, you can sit back and participate by relaxing, closing your eyes. Hopefully you're not at a stoplight trying to cross the street or waiting for a train, because if you close your eyes and you have headphones in, you might not see the train because you won't hear it, and it will pull up. All aboard, everyone, with next stop, North Avenue. But then you're still standing waiting for the train because your eyes are shut, listening to the swap shop. And you say, oh, I missed the train. But you're so relaxed that you don't mind. And then I'll maybe even miss the next train. I might just hang out at the train station all day.
If they play music like this, I probably would.
Right. I don't even feel like I'm in the studio right now. I feel like I'm going to open my eyes and I'll be in a big, tall ceiling chapel, something you'd see on Game of Thrones.
Have you ever actually meditated before?
No, I have. Well, I guess I self-meditated. Like I think about it and do it, but I've never actually probably followed the exercises.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's probably ways to legitimately meditate, but
Right.
you can just listen to music, sit down, and
Have you meditated?
yeah, I mean, in my own way, I think I've sat down before, just put on a new album,
Okay.
just close my eyes and listen to the music, and
What kind of music do you like to listen to?
I listen to a lot of different stuff. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Beach House.
Okay.
Their new album, Thank Your Lucky Stars.
Right.
I listen to a lot of Dan Deacon, Animal Collective, Ed Schrader,
Okay.
Prince Rama. They're amazing.
I imagine we're just waiting at the train station together now, waiting for our public transit to show up. The dang public transit isn't on time, so we're friends now. We're talking about music.
That's usually the best way to meet someone. You talk about music,
Right.
because there's definitely people that I don't like,
Right.
and I found out what music they liked, and I'm like, well, that makes sense now.
Right.
It's a good indicator.
Are you a big fan of dubstep?
No,
Okay. Well, I like it, but that's okay.
well,
Speaking of music, though, we should just jump right into one of your first videos that you put together. Vaughn sent us some of his work, and we looked at it before we hired him, and I would say this is definitely a plus if you were to apply for an internship. And let's just take a look at your first video. I believe this is, you want to title it The Sap. We can open our eyes now and then introduce the meditating, and then we can go back to meditating when the
Okay.
video plays. My Reiki is off the charts right now, says Larry King lives. was for the musician. How do you pronounce the art again?
I've struggled with this a lot. Dartigan Dan, I think?
Dartigan Dan?
Something like
Okay.
that, yeah.
And that's a musician you made a music video for?
Yeah, me and my good friend Nate Ladd, who actually knows him, just kind of, we do a lot of video editing together. We've made a lot of videos together, and we've even, the end of that video shows our little logo that I guess we've worked on for 3B, or just Three Boys Entertainment,
Just
which
Three
is
Boys Entertainment.
me, Nate Ladd, who I just mentioned, and our new third boy, Anna Thomas. Hello, third boy.
Hi, Anna.
We make a lot of art and a lot of comedy, and we were actually just recently at Dragon Con, and we're working on we did an interview session there, and we're pumping out that video, and hopefully that'll be up in a week or so. But
I have a cat hair on my mic. I think there, I got it off.
It's a good thing
sorry,
you're not allergic.
Yeah. So you're just Three Boys Entertainment.
Mhm.
It's on YouTube. You can watch their videos on YouTube.
You just search. You gotta search the whole thing, because that's the best way to really have it come up.
So just Three Boys. Is the three
Entertainment.
spelled out or numbered?
It's just Three Boys Entertainment, 3 spelled out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a great production company. I watched a lot of your vids. I recommend you to watch it out too. And that's a great segue to go from meditating into that.
Yeah.
They said Benjamin Rivera says pretty good visuals, +1. Nice job. They said let's go to the Varn.
Good. The Varn's where we all need to go.
Right. I think we could we have some paper we could sit down and kind of come up with a concept idea of what the Varn would look like.
Yeah.
Or whatever you would like to
Maybe
draw.
we'll set up a Kickstarter for helping build the Varn.
Right. We'll build it on some property in North Georgia or on a farm somewhere. You also have done work that is very impressive that I saw just today. Well, I saw it 2 days ago. I liked it before everyone else. But you did art for Rick and Morty, which the official Rick and Morty Facebook page and Instagram page just shared. You might be watching this right now in the chat, and you might have said, I liked that, and I didn't know the person who made it is sitting right across from the table from me. And let's just take a look at this. This is Vaughn's art that he made.
Go to on Instagram at @thisisvaughnart. Anyone in the chat, if you've seen me talk recently, This is Vaughn is my chat name.
And this is titled
Rick's Out for Harambe.
Right. It's been shared on the Adult Swim or on the Rick and Morty Facebook page, as I mentioned. I think it's just the likes are growing, but last I checked, it's like 17,000 likes.
Yeah, on Instagram it's over 18,000, and Facebook I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, I've never had something get this much attention, so
Wow.
it's very nice.
So how did that come about?
I was actually asked by the marketing team here to
Zach Crane,
Zach Crane.
another Zach, not as cool as the one you're sitting with, Vaughn. Just a heads up, don't forget that.
okay.
Yeah.
keeping it in here.
Right.
But yeah, he just asked me and our other intern, Kelsey, to come up with some ideas, and guess I struck gold.
Yeah, I would say so. It's a big hit. I'll be looking for Vaughn, is what Neon Joe just said.
Ooh, thank you.
A lot
Thank
of
you,
people in
Neon
the
Joe.
chat, they love it. It's adorable. Jeeves Barava says that's adorable. 23,000 likes right now.
Oh wow.
So
Jeez.
I'm hoping with Swap Shop today you'll get at least a few more thousand likes.
I need that many on my account. That's
Right.
what I need.
Yeah. Just to show. Do you feel that will make you credible, more credible now? You'll have more followers. Do you think that's a thing? More people will look at Instagram?
Maybe. I actually I have some friends that are gonna give me a hard time for this. I actually have coined this term, trying to coin it, this thing called Bart art. It's something that a lot of big artists that I've been seeing up and coming they kind of center their art around cartoon characters and stuff, and I'm actually not a big fan of that.
Okay.
But
So for
apparently
example,
it works.
they'll draw Bart, like,
Yeah,
popular character from Family Guy.
I say Bart art because you see a lot of Barts.
Okay.
A lot of people have their own version of Bart, and like that's cool, and it's interesting. But when you kind of focus your art around a character you didn't come up with, and
Right.
let me do the same person, but give it a third eye, woo!
Right,
You know?
I see. Add some different things to it.
Yeah, you know, how original is it really? I don't know.
Right, but this is coming from the guy who just made Rick's Out for Harambe.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm all for it. I think it's cool,
Right.
but
But you made that on a commission from marketing.
yeah, there we go.
That wasn't something you thought.
I had a direction.
Right, that is. Do you have any other projects coming up for marketing that you have? Any secret ideas that? I understand if you don't want to give them away, but
They're pretty
anything that
secret. They're pretty secret.
Well, I'd just like to say that marketing is a great group of people. They're doing a great job in marketing.
They are?
Yeah, and just in case they're watching, I don't want to get in trouble with Jim. Jim, I always see you walking across the street going to Techwood. You're a great person. You eat healthy. You're always out walking and exercising. It would be great to work with you someday. And Vaughn, I think you're working with him now. Do you want to say anything to Jim or Zach?
Jim, Zach, thank you for this opportunity. Rick's Out for Harambe.
Right, Rick's Out for Harambe. Do we want to jump right in and start doing some drawings?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'd like to see. We've seen you. How did you make actually your video? The first video we just watched for Diardigan and Dan.
The first video we watched. Are we drawing the Varn? The Varn? Is that
We
what
can
we're
do whatever you'd like. We
Oh.
can do the Varn and then maybe animals in the Varn, or we could do your idea what the Varn would be.
I guess let's just go from there.
Let's do the Varn. We'll each come up with ideas and then we'll share them.
Sounds
That's a
good.
great way to swap drawings.
But for that video that we just saw, it's just a lot of random free footage.
So that was all. You didn't shoot any of that. That was all stock footage of.
No, there's a lot of stuff that we have shot that was just kind of like a random,
Okay.
spur of the moment type thing. A lot of random footage.
Like the ice cream cone. Like,
And yeah, just really post edit everything. You know, you can take a simple video of someone doing this, and that can be 10 minutes worth of stuff. If,
Right.
You know, if you really spend enough time on it.
Right. Well, maybe we'll have you post edit the Today's Wonderful Wednesday
Maybe I will.
compilation.
Maybe
of
I will.
Some video art. I'd love to see that. Bob Ross has nothing on this, so let's show Bob Ross. He's a famous painter. We're gonna draw. We don't have paints. We're just gonna draw. Vaughn's using a black Sharpie. I'm gonna use this Bic Atlantis pen.
I'm gonna start off with a little fence here.
Okay.
Need to know my perimeter.
I think I'm gonna make just in the center, just a big old.
It's a good thing I don't know dimensions. I've already messed this up.
Well, if we were to make we've always talked about making a compound of a swap shop, moving out into the woods and just really living off the land and being a part of, away from society, making a swap-based economy.
Well, maybe this can be a joint venture.
But I think, yeah,
The
if we-
Kickstarter really works.
we could say, hey, we want to make a Varn and we want to make a swap-based economy, and then you would be our video. You would be our video person.
That's what I'm here for.
You'd be.
That's what I'm here for.
We could say everything is available at the Varn. SD, HD, beta tape.
It'd be like a green market, one of those local market things, you know, everyone
Right.
has. It's just like, come on,
Come on down to the Varn.
we've got some original OC content here.
Right.
I guess that was redundant. OC content, original content. But that's why we're coining it right now.
Right. Take it. OC content. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw your face on the front of the Varn. It's going to be saying, enter the Varn. You have nice eyelashes, Vaughn.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just an observant thing. I'm an observant person.
I've been told I have nice eyelashes, nice eyebrows.
Yeah.
Got
a good set of eyeballs.
Yeah, too bad I can't grow facial hair. It's literally what you see right now, just this little shade, and then it just extends.
Do you think
It
one
doesn't
day you'll
fill.
just wake up and you'll have a big beard, though? It'll just grow?
It'll happen when I'm dead.
Yeah.
As soon as it happens, it's just gonna.
If you ever have to go on the run, though, you won't be able to grow a beard.
It's never gonna happen for me.
Right.
It's just the curse of.
There's a question in chat I want to address by Craft Beer Guy. He says, does Zach hold that pen like that all the time? That's it. That's how I hold it. They tried to correct it. Yeah, I can't.
You know, I used to do that actually.
Really?
I
How'd you
don't-
going to correct it? It's embarrassing sometimes because people laugh at it, but then it's like, hey, this is the way I write.
I don't think there's any wrong way to hold something as long as you're not, going
Just
all over the
scribbling and
place.
acting goofy.
But then again,
Yeah.
if you wanted to do that, then
That's
then you're
true.
not doing it wrong.
That's true. Art is what you want to make of it. They tried to correct this when I was in school.
You know what they did the whole time I was in school? Up until, not the whole time, but up until like 3rd or 4th grade for me, they were just beating it into us, like cursive, learn cursive, learn cursive.
Yes.
And then just one day, I never heard from it again.
That's right.
Because
Cursive went away.
technology, computers, cursive's not a thing anymore. It's all about emails.
Rest in peace, cursive. They said, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to stick, I think we should all learn HTML. That's the new cursive.
That is a form of cursive, it should be.
Right.
It should be in an article or something. That's some poetry right there.
Thank you. So we're right now drawing the Varn. I'm working, here's what mine looks like so far.
Should have taken a different approach. I
always, no, it's good.
Every time I start
like
doing something, I think I have a lot of room to work with, and then I realize
we have more paper.
Oh, I can extend.
So we can make, I think this is a great concept just to bring pitch to someone who's in design. We have a lot of people right now designing their new studios right down the hall. Maybe we could take it to them. I actually don't think we're allowed to talk to them, but someday we can maybe take it to someone like that and get them to...
Well, maybe we can do some of this technological cursive.
Right.
Send them a nice long HTML letter.
That would be great. Fantastic. Say, hey, this is what we're saying in HTML. Click this link to know how mad we are.
So I think I'm only going to have one animal in my barn. I'm a big fan of sheep.
Okay. You like sheep?
Yeah, I actually have a weird story.
I'd love to hear it.
I went to the Grand Canyon. I can't remember how old I was. It was like 5th grade or something like that. Whatever that math's out to be. And I remember on the way back, I can't remember where we drove through, but we went to like this little country western fair.
Right.
And there was a rodeo contest, but there was one for adults and there was one for kids. The one for kids had sheep in it. And I won that contest. I won that sheep rodeo. It was, they actually had to tell me to get off the sheep because I was holding on way too tight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was on for a really long time. And they came up to me and were like, all right, you can get off now. You won. And that's how that ended.
And the sheep was probably glad. How old were you?
I want to say like 11 or 12. I don't really know.
Said he's trying to take our sheep and move it to the Varn.
I really wanted to win. And
Right.
I achieved my goal.
That's what it's all about, is you never give up. And I think that's probably the big lesson we could teach people. If we had a lesson to walk away with from today's show, is never give up.
And respect your sheep
And respect your sheep.
in the barn.
Right.
Or outside the barn, really.
You have another video. Let's jump to while we finish up these drawings. This one is a little bit more, it's another kind of music video, but I dig it, as they say. And I'll let the video explain. Do you want to set it up at all?
This is a video that actually my partner, Nate, more or less edited. But we both did the filming. This is all OCC.
Okay.
A lot of it's you're going to see me with, well, you know what? Why don't we just let them find it?
Okay. Sounds good. Let's watch it. Roll the clip.
No, don't look at me. Yeah, look like you were looking where the camera was before. And then look at me. Camera 2?
What are those boys doing?
Camera 2? It's double one. It's double one. It's double one. It's double one. Okay. Camera 3.
This is pissing me off now, boy.
So that was an experience, journey.
It was, and it was a fun time making it. We really had no direction. We just kind of came up with ideas and went with it. And
So
then,
when you were filming that, what were you thinking? Wearing the morph suits, were you thinking we're going to make a video out of this, or we're just gonna have fun with it? And
no, it's
editing.
it's funny. A lot of what we do is we do. We're trying to have more of a direction, and we are. But in the past, we would just kind of get together for a night and just film whatever came to our mind.
So you went with your friend. These are all of your friends you've known since you've been little babies, or?
I would say I was a little baby in college,
Okay.
so that counts.
So you met them in college.
Yeah.
You bonded over video.
Over
art.
video art and just art in general, comedy and everything. And
What did you major in college?
oddly enough, business management, but I had digital media as my minor.
Okay. So you're perfect for the Varn.
I'm perfect for the Varn.
Right.
I know the business
Right.
and I know the art,
Okay.
and that's all you need to know to be
That's it.
successful in 2016 plus future.
You know the business. You know the art. We could. I think that is where when you remix today's swap shop. I know the business. I know the art, and then drop in like a doo doo, like that kind of bass beat doo doo. That's just an idea I'm offering. You don't have to
no,
do
that's
it
a
if
good
you don't
idea,
want to.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'd probably focus a lot on the meditation we did.
Right.
Yeah.
That was good. I think that helped. That cleared my mind. It's been a busy day, but it's sometimes good just to sit down. If you're watching this at home, sit down, relax. Just take a moment to take a deep breath. There's nothing. Come on. There's nothing in your life that hopefully, as long as you have your health, there shouldn't be anything that's going to cause any trouble.
And
try not to stress too much about
If anyone wants
deadlines,
to draw as
projects.
well, drawing is also meditative.
That's
art,
right.
Art is a good form of meditation.
That's right. It releases a lot of chemicals in your brain that says it makes you feel positive, makes you feel good about yourself.
Brain's just kind of like, wow, I did that.
We can make it a little animated commercial, so it would be behind it. I majored in business and art. Come on down to the Varn. Did we decide the Varn would be like a video art? It would sell video art, or would it sell videotapes, or just all sorts of camera, or not anything with camera, just your barn that people hang out at?
It would sell really what the customer wants, and that's where the business comes in.
Okay.
If it's video art, it's video art.
Whatever
If
you want
it's
to come in and experience.
Physical art, it's physical
Right.
art. If it's just a warm time, this is wait, there we go. This is the Varn. I wonder if I can get a good angle here. This Varn is hot.
Nice. The sun's cooking that Varn.
There's that sheep in there. He's
I
got it all to himself.
Right. I think this. I went to
Ooh, it's fizzling.
Varnaroo one year, and they had a barn that you could go in and charge your phone at.
A barn on barn?
Yeah.
On it should be Barnaroo. That's what they should.
Barnaroo.
Did they name
and
it that?
No, but that would be a good idea. Barnaroo, and it's just barns that take over Barnaroo.
I really just need to get paid to go around and give these ideas.
Right. Do you have any? Let's come up with them right now. I'm a big fan of this as well. Barnaroo.
Barnaroo.
Maybe we'll draw that one. Well, we already just drew the Varn.
Yeah,
I
I
like
feel
the
like I would
barn.
just scratch this out and say Barnaroo.
Right.
And then this barn.
Just
I
copy
really
it,
was hot.
trace over on this, and then change out keep your face, but then put on like a music shirt. I think the Varn is
What would a
void,
music
though.
shirt be?
One of my favorite bands like Lumineers or Mumford and Sons, put them on there, or a turntable of discs on it, like EDM. We love it. It just says EDM. We love it.
You know those shirts that people DIY with a whole bunch of lights on it.
Right.
But it would be a turntable.
Yes.
So
you can make music off.
I'd be
your
making
shirt.
music on myself.
Right.
And there'd be a light show on my back. It'd actually be the full kit.
Wow. So you would be a one man.
A one-man show.
Right.
Just like
You could be DJ.
A lot of
Haynes.
people. DJ
The shirt would be Haynes Company.
DJ Haynes.
Yep. And then you'd have a drop.
That was a perfect sync.
Thank you.
Talk about it.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Well, we'd have a drop. I'm getting the. So I'm gonna ask Mason whenever I say the drop, just play to some dubstep, and then I'll say over it. So you're walking down and someone says, "Yeah, hey, it's DJ Haynes." You're like, "That's right." Mason, play the drop. This beat is heinous.
This beat.
And then another drop.
Yeah. And then a good zoom in on the
Right.
the chess turntable.
Yep.
Welcome to the Varnaroo.
Right. Welcome to the Varnaroo. Hey, everybody. You can charge your phone up at the barn there, or the barn back there. All barns have electricity. We know how much important it is for you to have your phones connected and to be able to update your status.
I may even put outlets on me. So not only would I be the one-man show, I'd be the one-man
power supply.
I would be the Varnaroo.
Right.
I'd be the walking Varnaroo.
They would just have you tied up to a bunch of extension cords.
Yeah, and I would just I'd be wearing a barn head, and I'd have a little fence around my
That would
body.
be great. Come on into the
just so they don't
Varnaroo.
get too close, because
Right.
I'm allowing them to plug into me.
Right.
But there's got to be a limit.
You would roll around on a one of the rolling hoverboards that catch on fire.
I can't. I've tried it once. I can't do a hoverboard. What I would like to do would be to have a Segway.
Okay. So you'd be on the Segway with all the.
I want Segways to
catch
come
me
back.
if you'd say, "Catch me if you can." This beat is heinous.
This beat is heinous.
Right.
Come on to the Varnaroo.
Yeah, Varnaroo. This is Varn at the Varnaroo.
My name's Varn. Thanks for coming to the Varnaroo.
You've entered the house of Varn.
Plug it in. Listen to some sick beats.
Yep. Get the vermin out. It's Varn.
Get the vermin out. It's heinous.
Yes,
it's heinous over here.
Heinous. And then you'd say, shout out to Hanes. They make great shirts. Michael Jordan. You're done
That would
advertising
be-
for them. I'm now.
That would be my catch pose. It'd be like, it's heinous.
Right.
You know?
And then it would zoom into the tag and
Yeah.
say Hanes.
There might be and then the word would blow up, just like Hanes.
Right. And then that's when you come back to say, I'm the new spokesman for Hanes. Get rid of the other spokespeople.
Yeah. No, we don't want is it Shaq?
I thought it was Michael Jordan, but I think it is.
Is it Michael Jordan?
It might be Shaq.
Are they the same person?
Well,
No,
Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan.
I think Michael Jordan is the Hanes.
I don't
person.
know basketball.
He was on the airplane and he said there's where he has a comfort shirt.
Oh
comfortable shirt.
yeah. What was up with the Hitler stash he had?
I think people just
That was so unaddressed.
right. It was just a nice mustache. I think some people looked at it. It's just a little bit of facial
Well,
hair.
that
Maybe that was the only facial hair he could grow at the time.
I wonder if that's something that will ever get brought back in the future. Sure, really, something bad happened with
Right.
it, but you can't blame the mustache.
Right. Facial hair, it's coming back. People like having a lot of facial hair. I'm trying to sculpt something out of mine, but mine doesn't grow here. I can't get it to connect.
Yeah. See,
People think I shave it like this, like I'm Tony Stark. Now that's a cool facial
It is a cool
hairstyle.
facial hair. Doesn't he curve it or something?
He cuts the sides.
Oh.
So a lot of people, one of the big popular facial hairs is pencil thin. A beard, pencil thin. Just keep it pencil thin like you drew it on almost.
Mhm.
But then his comes up and he pencil thins.
I've
the
actually
sideburns.
I've drawn one on before.
Really?
And I got good feedback,
Right.
but I can't draw it on every day. Get that ink poisoning.
Right. You
Right
rec-
in the jawline too.
Oh yeah, it goes straight.
I
into
got.
it. That's
it-
how you get lockjaw.
I also ended up getting just a trail of pimples.
Ooh,
And
because of the ink.
Yeah, it was just because I kept on trying to rub it off too,
Oof.
and I wouldn't use soap. I would just go
Right.
for
use
it.
your spit on the thumb.
Yeah, and I had a pimple chin.
Oof. You gotta be careful of those.
They're fun to pop though.
Speaking of hair though, it's a secret shoot. It's something we did for the swap shop last Thursday. Matt and I were out of the studio, and Vaughn attended the shoot with us and
Oh,
worked with
yes.
us. And we actually, on the shoot, we gave Vaughn a haircut.
A little haircut.
If you look at the
Haircut.
side of Vaughn's right,
Is it visible?
he's got 2 stripes still in his hair. Matt Hutchinson did those stripes.
I've been getting a lot of compliments on.
They're starting to
this
grow.
Bad boy.
It's great. It's starting to grow back. Are you thinking about keeping it?
Yeah, if Swap Shop's willing, maybe you guys can shave more things into my hair.
We could have a segment.
Shaving Varn's head.
Varn. Yeah, the Varn. Well, I don't know if you'd want to cut all your hair, but we could draw different things into the side and then let it
It
grow
could
for a
be,
month and then go back to it.
It could be called the barber.
The barber. Ooh,
Yeah,
there we go.
Welcome to the barber shop.
Right. Or it's like, hey, come on over to my Varn. I need you to help trim some hedges, and then the hedges are your hair. But
Yeah,
I don't think the barber. I think the barber
shear.
would be better. Yeah,
you gotta
shear.
shear my sheep.
Right, and then the sheep would cut it for you. Would have someone would order a sheep, like an authentic sheep costume. It'd cost like $2,000 or $3,000 to make, and they would come in. Bah.
Or maybe you could do the, strictly cheap. Just do post.
Right.
Cover yourself in green attire,
Right.
and then
It's a ghost.
just put that sheep right over you.
Ooh.
You know.
Yeah.
Maybe-
a digital sheep.
maybe just put some cotton balls in your arms, so
Right.
there's a little bit of thought of
Well, you need something
authenticity.
and you need something
Yeah.
to track as well
Yeah.
for motion tracking. Just put one on the elbow, one on all the joints. That's a trick in motion tracking.
Yeah, I've actually been trying to learn that.
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't know too much. Nate does though. Nate's he's the
Okay.
man of 3B. Just Three Boys. That's what.
right.
Remember that, everyone. Just Three Boys Entertainment.
And
Check
one
it
of
out
those
on
boys
YouTube.
Is a
Follow
woman.
us.
Is a
Subscribe.
woman, Anna. Right.
She's the third boy. She's the new
Right.
third boy.
And she does video art as well.
She's more of the writer. She's
Okay.
kind of she's now become the brains of the whole thing.
Okay. I believe we'll probably have her on the swap shop sometime soon.
Maybe, hopefully.
Okay.
She's hoping to. We're making some bits, some music bits. Hopefully
Okay.
we can put that comedy bits. I correct
Fantastic.
myself. So hopefully we can put that on here.
Right. Would you be willing to do something with the Varn now? I feel like we've fleshed
Yeah.
out the idea.
Yeah, we could do the Varn. Maybe I can come on. I can try and make some little videos or some little things to make, and we can bring the Varn on and
Okay.
show off some art.
That's right. Did you? My mother, she would say, she pronounces things like corn. Like we're like, hey, we're from the Midwest, so she'd say we're gonna have some corn on the cob. We say corn. She'd say carn.
Karn.
Right. So she would think your name is Vaughn.
Vorn.
Vorn, but she called you Varn.
I'd take that.
Yeah.
I've had someone
Horse. That's as big as a horse. Is what
Horse.
she would say. Yeah.
See, people usually just call me. They think I say my name is Mom, even though it's Vaughn.
Really?
I say it quick and they're like, Mom,
Mom.
John, Ron. I get Ron a lot,
Right.
but
I like Ron.
but
It's a good name.
There's definitely a V in there.
If Ron was your name, would you act any different?
I might be able to fill out this shirt more if my name was Ron.
I think actually that shirt would fit a good Ron.
it would fit a good
Right.
Ron. I'm sorry, Ron. I've stolen your shirt.
Yeah. Ron.
Maybe if we swap for it, I'll give it back.
There you go. Would you ever swap for that shirt?
Would we ever swap for that shirt?
Yeah,
Or would I?
Would you ever?
Depends.
You and
Depends
Ron?
on the swap.
Okay.
Depends on the swap. Find me a good Ron.
Or maybe another flower shirt, a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, maybe one that actually fits me.
There you go. I've noticed they always run large though, because I have one myself.
Well, you're
But-
supposed to feel relaxed.
Right.
Breezy.
That's
Just
right.
walking
let
out on the
wind,
beach.
let the sea breeze come through. Let the sea breeze come through my shirt and let me be blessed.
This
with
is
that
what
ocean
you're
air.
supposed to meditate into.
Right. I feel constricted in this. Maybe we should make a swap shop long sleeve Hawaiian black shirt. It's just like the Metallic album with the snake on the front. It's like slightly off black, so you see a little bit of the
Yeah, would the flowers be gray?
Yeah, the flowers
maybe
be gray.
A hint of white.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Right.
an outline. Just like there's the flower.
People would say, "Hey, I'm into." I used to be really nice. I am a nice person, but sometimes you got to be a little bad.
It's good to be a bad boy.
Right, sometimes.
You really got to tap into that
That's right.
the rough and tumble side of your timid self. That's what I do.
That's right. If I'm waiting in line at Best Buy and I've been waiting for a long time, hey, I've been waiting for too long of a time. I'm here to buy something. You need to treat me a little bit better with respect.
I'm in the 20 items or less.
Right.
Let's get it moving.
Right. Come on.
Come on.
I only came in to get an HDMI cord. You
What?
came in to buy the whole dang store.
Yeah, you got 30 counters. You got 2 people up
Right.
here. Come on.
What are you
You're a
opening?
big store.
What are you opening? A Varn, a video supply store?
Yeah,
That's what I'd say to them.
we
Like,
wouldn't do this at the Varn.
Right.
The Varn, it's
buy it. It's with your phone. You scan it. It's
Yeah,
done.
literally,
You don't even deal with anyone.
as
checking
soon
it
as
out.
you hand the money,
Right.
I got my Varn.
That is.
I got my
that's
Varn
it.
item.
I want to come to the Varn.
I live in the Varn.
Right. Would you?
I would live in the Varn.
We can make it happen.
We gotta do a Kickstarter though.
We should kickstart the Varn into progress. Is there anything else, Vaughn, before we only have a few minutes left, that you would like to address or talk about? The topics come over to you now. And we also have time for a quick phone call if someone would like to call in at 413-961-4263 if you have any questions for Vaughn.
If I had to say something, I would just stress check out Just Three Boys Entertainment on YouTube. Search that verbatim. Search my name, Vaughn L. Curry, on YouTube. Find out my videos.
You're a big video guy.
I'm a big video guy. I like to make video art,
Right.
comedic videos. I do music videos. I'm a video man.
Right. So you, and if you're just now tuning in, Vaughn is our intern for the fall at Adult Swim. I think it's one of the best times to be at Adult Swim.
Yeah,
in the fall.
it's been a pretty wild ride. I've
Good.
only been here for a short amount of time too.
The weather cools off. It feels great in Atlanta. The leaves start to change. People really start to open up and be happier to each other.
They say you grow in spring. I grow in fall.
Right. I'm more of a fall guy, and then in
Yeah.
the winter, I just cool off.
Yeah,
chill out.
Really got to chill out. I grow
Right.
and then I freeze.
Right.
and then springtime comes, I get a little sleepy,
Do you
but
think
then fall, I grow again.
do you think they'd make a Hawaiian shirt with frozen trees on it? Without leaves? We can look into that.
We could look into that. Maybe
we'll swap for
maybe
that.
we should just up the ante and just
Right.
have a shirt that's just trees.
Right.
In general, I don't think I've seen a shirt like that.
No,
So
neither
you
have
know, you got flowers, but where are the trees?
Someone else in chat said
bushes,
a
shrubs.
basil tree.
Basil trees.
Little basil plants on shirts.
Maybe in the Varn we'll actually have basil on it.
Right.
So for all you chefs out there, you got basil where you need it. You don't got to go anywhere. Just
Well, one quick thing I think about the Varn is it would be whatever kind of store you want, or you just charge your phones. But also, similar to other stores, it has a little food court in it. Like IKEA has the Swedish meatballs, so you'd have like Varn's pizza, and you could go over and sprinkle with fresh made basil from our garden, our Varden.
Varden.
Yeah.
And you know, our pizza's fresh and filled with not sheep.
Right.
'Cause that's the only animal we got.
That's right. Can you think of any other names of stores we could open up? Vaughn's Pawn Shop, Vaughn's Pawns.
Vaughn's Pawns. How about
Or you could do Vince and Vaughn's, and you could partner with a person named Vince.
No.
That'd be like Vincent Vaughn's.
I don't want.
You
I don't want that connection to
You don't
Vince
want it to
Vaughn.
be Vince Vaughn? I think Vince Vaughn. I love Vince Vaughn.
A lot of the times people are like, "Oh, Vaughn, like Vince Vaughn."
Right.
I like
love
100% of the time.
Vince Vaughn. I've laughed at. He's brought a lot of great comedy on.
He never sleeps, and you can
Right.
tell in his acting. He's that dedicated.
Right. He just stays up all night reading the same script. How can I make this more funny?
Yeah.
I think it'd be really funny if I burst into the door in Wedding Crashers and sing. And that's the great deleted scene that they didn't put in there. But he opens up the doors. He's singing.
That movie would have gone platinum.
Right.
If
You say New York, New York. That's the song. Vince Vaughn
but
is
it would
famous
be,
for.
you know, Varn.
Varn.
Welcome to the
Right.
Varn.
Welcome to the Varn. Well, Vaughn, it's been a real pleasure having you on the Swap Shop today.
It's been a pleasure being here.
Unfortunately, we're all out of time.
It goes by so fast.
Unfortunately, you were actually, before we were about to begin the show, I was really nervous because Vaughn almost got pulled to do another task. He's busy.
I'm a busy guy.
busy at
People
Adult
need me.
Swim.
People
So
want me.
They were going to ask Vaughn to do something, but they said, you know what? Do Swap Shop, Vaughn. It's important. I actually went in and muscled in and said, this is an important show. We can't take him away. We already
Zach's-
booked him as a guest.
Zach's the guy.
That's right.
Zach's the guy you need.
That's right. I'm the guy. And Vaughn, you're the Varn.
I'm the Varn.
You're the Varn. It's not. What is the Varn? Is it a barn? Is it a void? We don't know.
It's a work in progress.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Vaughn, for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And we'll just keep shaking hands and say it's a deal.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. And then if you stick around, Crosswords is coming up next. We'll be back tomorrow with Matt swapping your items.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.